Have you ever gotten a tax return back and wondered, I wonder what I'm going to do with these tax returns? Well, that's what we're going to be watching today. We're going to be watching TikToks about people who spend their tax returns. Are they spending them wisely? Are they spending them unwisely? Who knows? We shall find out.
I got a really good return on my income taxes, so this is what's on my wish list. Number one, I'm gonna fix my cracked windshield. So unfortunately, this will not be designer handbags and lip glosses because some real things have to be fixed that I was waiting to get some money in for. Also, I have a cyst on my head. I grow them pretty regularly. She's about the size of a jelly bean, and I have been waiting because the public system deems it aesthetic, so I have to go to a private clinic and it costs a few $100s. So I'm finally excited to go get that removed. Also, I've been waiting to paint my bedroom for so long because I wanted to make sure that I had enough spare cash, so that's finally gonna happen. And I'm obviously putting money aside for the next quarterly income taxes because I have to pay those 4 times a year. And after all of that, maybe I can start thinking about a vacay. So that's what I'll be spending it on.
Husband and I got $5,937 back on our tax return this year, which is a lot more than we've ever gotten back on a tax return, and honestly a lot more than we were expecting to get. But since this is a lot more money than we typically get, I decided we need to budget it out a little bit. So let's go through how we are budgeting our tax return. First things first, we're gonna put $2,000 straight into savings just in case something happens to one of our cars or our house that we own down in Georgia. Just having a nice little cushion in savings is always a good idea. Next, we're gonna take $500 and put it into our kids' 529s. We have 2 kids, so they'll get $250 each. We already contribute monthly to these, so I don't feel the need to do a ton of our tax return into them, but just like a little extra contribution. And now into some more fun things. We're going to Cape Cod in a few weeks for my birthday, so we took $1,000 and we booked an Airbnb. We could have gotten a hotel for cheaper, but the Airbnb has a crib that we can use for the baby. They have all like the beach toys and beach chairs and stuff, so it felt worth it to spend a little bit more on an Airbnb because it had all the stuff that we would already need. Next, I'm very excited, but my husband and I are each gonna get $500 of fun money that we can do whatever we want with, and I have a few ideas of what I want to spend mine on, so stay tuned for another video because I need some help deciding. That leaves us with $1,437 left that I don't have a definitive plan for yet. We do need a few things around the house, like we need to get my toddler a new bed, we're doing a garden this summer, so maybe some gardening supplies, but basically it's just gonna go towards a few things around the house until we decide what to do with it. It'll just sit in savings. I wanted to save it and use it for a Disney trip next year for spring break, but my husband said our kids were too young, so I'm gonna have to do some convincing if I want that to happen, but for now it's just gonna sit in savings until we find something to do with it. And that is how we're budgeting our tax return.
How I spent my income tax. So I got back about $10,000, and I know that's a lot, but it's a good tax year. I spent the 20% on myself that I usually do on $300 worth of Korean skincare, and I think it's paying off. Skin looks glowy. The other bit, I used some of it on our trip to Saskatoon for our dental, which ended up costing a lot more money than I expected. Then I thought I was going to be smart and put the majority of it in a TFSA so that I can invest it and use that to pay off my truck at the end of the year. But as you guys know, I had a very huge vehicle maintenance bill, and so a lot of that is going to go towards paying off the maintenance of my truck.
It's gonna be a fun video. We received our tax refund. Yay! So we're gonna do a tax refund breakdown. I love seeing these on TikTok, and I'm already open about our finances as is, so why not? Okay, so our tax refund, side note, we always owe. So this is the first year that we actually got something back. I got a tax break with daycare. I got a big tax break with college, and I got a big tax break for being an influencer. And I think those are the only reason we even got a tax refund, because we always owe money. But I think because we're dishing out a lot more money this year, we actually got something back, which is crazy. I'm so happy. Our tax refund was $2,186.60. I know that's not a lot to you, but it's a lot to me because we always owe the government. So I'm so happy. Okay, first thing we're doing, saving $600. That would leave us with $1,586.60. Then I have another savings account. I'm gonna put 75 in that one. That would bring it down to $1,511.60. I do have one Affirm because I had to fix my husband's truck. That was $762.20. After that, we would have $749.40. I'm gonna put $300 aside for groceries. And then after the groceries, we would have $449.40. And I'm going to use all that to take the girls out to have a very fun day. And after that, that's it. That's the whole refund is done for. But I'm truly grateful. So that's our tax refund breakdown.
Got $2,000 back from my tax refund, so come with me to spend it responsibly. As y'all may or may not know, I totaled Coco the Corolla about 8 months ago, and I got her fixed out of pocket, and she's been sturdy holding it down, but she does shake at the red light, so I was like, $2,000 should take care of anything that might have come up since then. I asked Toyota how much they charged for an inspection. They said $199. They play. Took her to Dillon's Complete Automotive. If you're in this area, use them. They'll do a diagnosis completely free of charge. Get there early because he be packed. I got there 7 on the dot. The second I sat down, people started rolling in. So I took out my laptop, did a little bit of work. So when they were done, they called me and they were like, yeah, the reason for the vibrating is because of frame damage, because this car has been in an accident. And I'm looking like, tell me something I don't know. Like, is that it? And they were like, yeah, otherwise she's good. And I was like, period. So literally all I ended up getting was an oil change for like $70, which might have still been taxing, honestly, but $70 versus $2,000. Y'all, I booked a flight. I did. The second I got home, because God is good, and I'll be seeing y'all in the tropics very soon. Bye.
I hope everybody's enjoying the video. If you are, please be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments below, what's the silliest thing you've ever spent your tax return on? Me? I'd have to say the silliest thing I've ever spent my tax return on is the last car that we had, which was a total dump. And then we sold it not even long after that. Yeah, so anyways, that aside, let's get back into the video.
So I got my tax refund check on yesterday. It actually had said I supposed to have a direct deposit date of today, but I actually ended up getting a day early. So what I decided to do with it, I ended up getting $1,737 after paying the guy for doing the taxes. But what I decided to do with it was I bought $1,092 of stock, ticker symbol VOO, which follows S&P 500. And then I had probably about, I want to say, what, $600 left. So I decided to just put that in my emergency fund. For me, just with everything that's been going on, I just think it's probably my best interest to save it instead of, like, you know, spending on unnecessary stuff. So that's what I decided to do.
So I'm nosy, and I've been watching people talk about what they spent their tax refund on, and I think financial transparency is really important in today's day and age, especially because we're all kind of struggling, and it's good to get ideas from other people on how they are managing their money. I'm not necessarily saying this is how we are managing our money, but just wanted to talk about how we decided to spend our tax refund. So this year we got $5,767 back on our taxes. Most of it honestly went to savings or sinking funds. So the first thing, we put $1,000 towards our emergency fund. That comes in handy every single year. I love that emergency fund. Then we put $800 towards car maintenance. We have a few things that need to be fixed on our car, and so it shouldn't really cost $800. There's kind of small things that need to be fixed, but just have that as a sinking fund for if anything comes up throughout the year, we can get the car fixed. If you can tell by my breathing, I'm currently pregnant. We're going to be having a baby in 3 weeks, so we put $800 towards our baby sinking fund. That is to buy stuff for the baby. We do need some new stuff. I actually thought I was done having kids, gave all of our baby stuff away literally 1 week before finding out we were pregnant with our third. So that was fun. So we have $800 set aside to buy things for the baby. Then we have our Christmas sinking fund. We put $300 towards that. We will be adding to that throughout the year from our paychecks. We did this last year too, and it was the best thing we could have done. We also put $300 aside for birthdays. And then we put $500 aside for strictly just bills that we can, I know we already have the emergency fund that's supposed to be used to pull from in a case of an emergency, but I like to have the separate bills account to pull from first before going to the emergency fund, if that makes any sense. We also put $300 in a sinking fund for necessities. That's for like toilet paper, laundry detergent, paper towels, diapers, wipes throughout the year. Outside of the baby fund, we put $200 away towards food. We had a $500 Affirm loan that we paid off, and then we kept $1,000 to just spend on whatever we wanted for ourselves and our kids. So yeah, that's how we spent ours.
alone? See if I can carry it.
Watch me spend $9,571.60. That was our tax return for 2024. The transmission blew on my car last week, so $4,200 is gone. Then we had a leftover balance on our credit card, so it was $2,159. That brings my total to $3,212. I have $919 left for my semester of grad school, so I just paid that off. That brought my total to $2,093. We had an outstanding medical bill for a diagnostic test my daughter needed, and that was $904, which leaves us with $1,389. We put $1,000 in savings for, you know, just in case fund, and that leaves us with $389. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We need a vacuum. Might go on a date night. We could probably spend the $389 in 2 hours. So anyway, thanks for listening to me and my money go poof.
So I did a very expensive thing. I got a Steam Deck. Even though my dad thought it was really cool, I still got fussed at. A video coming out on my YouTube as soon as I feel like editing it.
Oh my gosh, Peyton, what did you order with your tax refund? Ask nobody, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I ordered a new mattress pad, a king size one, because I'm pretty sure my back hurts because of this one. How does a king size mattress pad fit in this box? I have a suspicion that I don't think I ordered what I ordered, but it was $98, so this better be good. I ordered sheets too. What did I order? Hold on, I need scissors. I'm running with scissors. Why does it sound like this? First step, I guess we gotta clear my bed. Did that transition work? Probably not.
Mama, Appa.
You are up. Ah! Like a fitted sheet, I guess. I think I was bamboozled. The Amazon listing told me I need to put this in the dryer to fluff it up for 20 minutes, so scooch over. Okay, let's try. Oh my gosh, let's try this again. This is looking a lot more promising. If you find the tag was in the bottom right corner. Usually our bed sits up to here, so this gapping right here is kind of weird. Some of you are gonna hate this. I'm putting these brand new sheets right on my bed. It's actually kind of comfy. Is this worth $98? In my opinion, no. But that's partially on me for not reading the description. If I knew what I was ordering, I would not have paid over $65 for it. But it's here, I'm not returning it. This is just what we got now.
Let's do a Costco stock up with some of our tax return money. I'm hoping to spend about $500.
Mama. But I would.
This is for Papa. My total ended up being $446.88. And that's with tax return money, not grocery money, if that makes sense. I budgeted from our tax return money. And I'm honestly thinking I might not even have to go to Costco in March at all. Although my daughter does really love those yogurts.
We finally got our other half of our tax return, and it was $1,700. Our first one was from our federal, and then this one was from state. And so let's put it in our spreadsheet so we can budget it. Okay, so I didn't know if like the tax return was going to be from this month or last month, so I didn't budget it for it, but it was $1,700. So yeah, that will probably most likely be put into our savings account because That was money that I wasn't expecting to come in, so I'm going to put all of that into our savings account. Also, a lot of people are saying, oh, you don't want a tax return, la-di-da-di-da. I want this tax return, and the reason why I'm getting so much is because I have a dependent. So yeah, we didn't pay like that much into it because we ended up having our child, so I'll see you next week. Bye.
Hi, my beauties. Let's spend the day together. First, we're gonna go get breakfast at Waffle House. Those egg prices are getting everybody, but I ordered us a waffle. I'm gonna put a lot of syrup on there, just how you like it. After we finish eating, this is just a friendly reminder to reapply our lip combo. Now that our bellies are full, let's go do some retail shopping. I was trying on everything at the mall, but nothing was screaming my name. I don't know, I just felt kinda off. But then I realized in this moment that I hadn't had any caffeine. So I managed to battle the Kansas winds to go get me some Dutch Bros. What is your favorite drink from Dutch Bros? I got the brownie batter. It was okay, but not my favorite. Now that we are caffeinated, let's do some more shopping, and it wouldn't be a shopping trip if I didn't go visit Ulta. Ulta is having their 21 Days of Beauty event, which is 21 days of 50% off selected items each day. Please go check it out because you do not want to miss this sale. If you can't tell already, our taxes hit, so we had to go get a seafood boil and a miche. I know we're a little far from the sea, but this is Mariscos in KC. Please try them out because it was delicious. And you know I couldn't end our day without getting a sweet treat. This is Brown Sugar in KC. They are a woman and black owned cookie store. Please try them out because their cookies were delicious. I got a birthday cake cookie and it was bomb. I forgot to film an outro, but thank you for spending the day with me, and remember to go do your taxes. I'll see you in another video. Bye!
We're getting a tax refund of $3,529. I'm just going to keep it 100 and be so for real. We're not going to be financially responsible with our tax refund if I'm being completely honest. We should pay off our debt with our tax refund, but we're not. $800 is being allocated to Gabriel's plane ticket, which we need to buy as soon as possible. Then we are allocating $1,000 to Disney. Robert and I's Christmas gift to my parents is a Disney trip, and then my brother as well. So $1,000 for Disneyland tickets. We're gonna use $400 to pay our part in the Airbnb. Stop! From that, we are allocating another $1,000 to Disney, and that is Robert and I like spending money, like $500 each per se, but really it's $1,000 to go shopping in Disney. That leaves us with $329 left. That's either going to go to like a restock at Sam's Club, you know, diapers, drinks, groceries, stuff like that. Ideally, I would love to buy the accessories to the stroller that I need, like the tray. But honestly, it should probably go to our debt, but I don't know yet. So we'll see where that money goes. But for now, that's where our tax return of $3,529 is going to.
Alright, that's all I have for this video. Remember, if you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like and to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!